Jackson, Cooper, Cooper.
James Cooper, James Cooper.
And it's my understanding you go first.
Jackson.
Go ahead, Jackson. Just direct your comments to the court.
Your Honor, my mom was the best person I ever knew. My family and I have been waiting for about 5 years for justice. I miss her so much. I would have never thought the day before was the last time I would see my mother alive. I miss the times where we would go to Universal, or just the simple times, like walking the dogs or going to the park. She was the best mom I could ever ask for. That's it.
Your Honor, when Shanti and I were married, we tried for years to have a child with no success. It was an extremely difficult time for us, and we were about to give up when we got the wonderful news in early 2009. We did our best to raise him together, but as you know in life, it is not without its curveballs and heartaches. And when we divorced, as difficult as it was, one thing we never fought or wavered on was raising Jackson the best we could. He's tall like his dad, but he got his brains, his compassion, and his outlook on life from his mother. And her and I moved forward and continued raising a wonderful son.
Any witnesses?
Witness, David.
I'll give him a chance to talk last. Do you have any other witnesses?
No.
All right. And then state argument.
There's only one sentence the court can pass at this point. No score sheet is required. The state will be waiving restitution and cost of investigations due to the sentence.
Defense.
I would agree with Mr. J's assessment.
Mr. Tronnes, anything you wish to say prior to sentencing? I think you just said no, is that right? Okay. Then in this case, CF 1812472, the court will adjudicate you guilty, will sentence you to life imprisonment with credit 1877 days, impose all the statutory required court cost fees, cost of prosecution, and state any objection to that being turned to a civil judgment?
No, Your Honor, and I believe the verdict form, if I heard correctly, the styling might have been 2020. It should be 2018.
Defense, it does say 2020 on the actual case number. Any objection to me modifying it on
No, Your Honor.
writing? I'm just writing it in blue pen and then initialing it. And that's, of course, with the minimum mandatory. Anything further, state?
Your Honor, thank you.
Defense?
Nothing.
Sir, you have 30 days in which to appeal the judgment and sentence. If you can't afford an attorney will be appointed to represent you. Any appeal must... Anything further, state?
Your Honor, if I could approach the DNA order.
Thank you. Any objection to the DNA order? Luck to you, sir.
Detective Teresa Sprague, and this is Detective Barb McClelland.
Hey.
First of all, on behalf of the Atlanta Police Department, we want to say how sorry we are for your loss, David, and also for everything that you're going through. I know this is very traumatic for you, okay? And it's just a terrible, terrible thing. Did you meet her here or there?
No.
Online? Okay. I'm sorry. Take your time. I'm so sorry. Can you tell me what year that was?
It was 2013.
2013 is when you met online?
Yeah.
How you all met. I know you met on Match.com, and about 5 months of, what would it be, telephone texting?
We just started every other weekend flying.
Oh, back and forth.
So
Okay.
I came down the first time, then she came up, and I don't know if it was perfectly sequential like that the whole time, but for the most part, until September, I spent a couple weeks here, and she was living with her parents at the time because she had recently divorced Jim, Jackson's dad.
Okay.
And so she needed them to, she was traveling a lot for her job at that point. So she needed them to take care of him on the days that she had initial custody.
Okay.
It was, it was beyond acrimonious. I mean, they were at each other's, for quite a while. And
At each other how?
vindictive and mean and nasty things to Jackson, kind of thing, and blaming each other. Shanti had an affair, and she said it was because Jim had been cruel, mean, to her, and he found out, and
What happens when you enter the home? Is anything unusual? When you enter the garage apartment?
So, I could hear the water is running, but it's not running. It's not like the sound of a shower running. It's just, it's trickling out of the spout, which is weird because, the only time that she does that is if she's going to take a shower. She would do that to heat the water heaters affixed to the outside of the main house, so it's a long run to get up to that bathroom. It takes a couple minutes, so she normally turns it on, then gets undressed, gets her clothes, does a few things, and then jumps in after it's hot and steaming. But I don't see her, and so we always, when we step in, we always say hello at the bottom of the stairs, so I listen, because if she's on the phone with a work call, I don't announce myself, I just walk upstairs. I didn't hear her. I could hear the water. I couldn't hear her. I knew something was wrong. And that's when the bathroom was when I saw her.
Because you heard the water and didn't hear her, you felt something was
It's one
wrong?
room. I went upstairs. I don't hear her talking on the phone, so I say hello. I don't hear anything back. I can hear water running. She's not saying anything. Doesn't seem right. Sometimes it is hard if you have the water running to hear somebody out there, so that was my assumption.
Okay, so it's one room. You don't see her?
Until
Is
I
that
get
what
to
you're
the bathroom.
Okay. Is the bathroom door open or closed?
Open.
Open? Okay, and so you walk toward the water that you're hearing?
Yeah, walking to the bathroom.
Okay. The door's open, and what happens? What do you see?
I see her laying at the right. The water is running, but I don't think the drain is closed, because if it was, it would be going over, right? So the water's like half full. She's submerged partially, but she's also partially not submerged, and one of her legs is kind of sticking up and out a little bit. And it's just extremely awful, and it doesn't look natural. Obviously, she fell or tried to pick her up. I turned the water off. I tried to pick her up. She's stiff. It's hard.
She's stiff.
It's hard to pick her up. She's not. It's like a sack of potatoes, you know. It's not easy. She's not moving with me. I grabbed her arms and kind of pulled her this way and over. I think partially over, and that's when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to carry her. I tried to pull her. I was being as careful as I could, and at the same time I wanted to get her out of the water. I was screaming, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I pulled her out into the other room, and I didn't know what to do. It was hard to move her that way, so I turned her and I held on to her wrists. I thought that I'm still thinking that there's something I can do to help. And I'm kind of moving her, trying to get her, to shake her a little bit and trying to get the water out of her lungs. I got her in front of the couch, and I had to stop and put her down, and I tried to lift her head up to kind of clear, I guess it's the thing you do if you're going to do CPR or something. And she's not responding. She has blood coming down her hips and on the side of the body. And I'm still thinking I'm still thinking that she's going to be okay. I got that, we had taken the mattress pad off the bed. I set the mattress pad down underneath her, and I set her on it, and I tried to lift her. And I wiped. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what had happened. I had a towel that I had used to pull her out of the shower or out of the tub with. I tried to wipe off to see what was.
Where was the blood coming from?
The left side of her face. Here on her cheekbone. The cut on her cheek.
There's a cut on her cheek? Okay. And you're pointing to the right side?
Her eye is all bruised all the way around.
And that she has blood coming from a cut on her face?
Underneath that eye. On the same side. And she has blood along under her nose. She did at some point, and I don't know if it was at the point that she went back upstairs around 9:15, or if she went back upstairs and did something else, and then decided to take a shower. But I think at some point she decided, I'm going to take a shower, and she stepped in and turned the water on, like she always does, to let it heat up. And that's the point that I think something went wrong. Either she slipped, or she fell, or she blacked out, or something.
Do you feel as though you don't listen to her?
No, I don't think so. She knows I listen.
That if you would do it her way, things would go smoothly? No. So you say you last argued on Saturday about you getting ready to go to Max's house and when you were going to leave, etc. Has any fight ever turned physical between the two of you?
No.
Okay. Has she ever hurt you, hit you, struck you, threw anything at you?
No.
No. Have you ever harmed her physically?
No.
Choked her?
No.
Strangled her?
No.
No. Have you ever strangled her or choked her during just for height? Some couples do that.
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. Okay. Was there ever anything around her neck that you noticed during you removing her from the tub or attempting CPR? Was there anything around her neck at all?
No.
Okay.
No necklace. No. No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Did you ever, if in your assessment of her or attempt to help, have your hand on her neck at all?
Sure. Underneath, behind her.
Behind her
Like-
head?
Like that.
To do
And
the
then-
head tilt chin lift?
Sure. And then also to feel for the pulse of the pigeon.
Okay. Did you ever have your hand on her neck where you would have had to have squeezed it for any reason?
Possibly when I was trying to pull her out of the tub.
Tell me what happened.
As I was trying to turn her over, I might have put my hand under her arm or on the side of her head to try to turn her like that.
She would have been, as we know now, deceased at that point?
Yes.
Okay. So prior to her being deceased, do you have any reason to have your hands around her throat?
No, absolutely not.
That did not happen.
Absolutely not.
Okay. What do you think caused, or what do you think the injury is to her eye, the discoloration in this one?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought that she struck that side of her face because it seemed that she had the cut here and that was underneath the eye. It seemed like whatever it was, however she fell or whatever she hit, that probably happened at the same time.
The cut in the eye injury? Yeah. Do you think there's any sort of significant injury that to her eye itself or to the bones around her eye at all?
I don't have any reason to think so.
So she was asking you about whose idea it was to rip the floor out, and you kind of ended up talking about the contractor. So were you both in agreement with having to take it out, or was it more like one person's idea than the other?
It was the contractor's idea, and it was the designer's idea originally. And neither one of us wanted to have to do it. Both of us wanted to keep it, and that's probably why we hired Keith. And I don't think it's fair to say that either one of us are happy.
So she was asking you about whose idea it was to rip the floor out, and you kind of ended up talking about the contractor. So were you both in agreement with having to take it out, or was it more like one person's idea than the other?
It was the contractor's idea, and it was the designer's idea originally. And neither one of us wanted to have to do it. Both of us wanted to keep it, and that's probably why we hired Keith. And I don't think it's fair to say that either one of us are happy about that. Mm-hmm. Both of us were upset, but we also both wanted that endpoint. Mm-hmm. Both wanted that result.
Injuries to me, David, seem really significant. More significant than from a soft tissue fall. More significant than from me tripping and falling and hitting my head and being knocked unconscious. Not only are they more significant than a fall, but they're inconsistent with a fall. It's just not accurate.
Okay.
Okay. Shanti did not fall and get those injuries.
Okay.
Without question. Okay. They're much more significant than that. And it's inconsistent with her injuries, hitting and striking anything. That is just inaccurate. Okay? Her injuries are very severe. Okay? So the trouble I'm having with your story is you're there. Well, first of all, you're not really sharing the same residence. You're kind of living downstairs. She's living upstairs with her son. But her son's not there. So even when her son's not there, you're still not sleeping together. You're not in the same residence. So
during the day,
spending a lot of time apart, it seems, a little bit. But then conveniently you're away for a while and you come back and you find her like this. And you've had some pretty answers for just about everything we've talked about. Consistent, elaborate, detailed answers for everything we've talked about. The issue I'm having with is I absolutely think that she was deceased before you left to go to the park. And I think whatever happened to her happened before you went to the park. Okay. Do you know how long it takes someone to get stiff?
I don't.
Okay, I do. Do you know how long it takes for blood to pool when you die?
No, I don't.
I do. We're also very well trained in what injuries look like perimortem, mortem, and postmortem.
Sure.
Okay? So her body's not lying to us.
Of course not.
And neither are her injuries. Okay? So I think that you've told us a significant amount of information. You've been very cooperative. But I also think that you've left some stuff out.
Wow.
And I think you've left some stuff out that is maybe something got out of hand. Maybe you didn't mean for it to happen. Maybe you got upset. Maybe, but there's something that happened between the two of you before you left that house. Because she was deceased, or on her way to being deceased, before you left that house. And she had been deceased while you were gone. And when you came back and found her, it's pretty evident that she was deceased.
Yeah.
Cold, stiff,
Yeah.
significant swelling,
Yeah.
and a lot of bloating.
Great.
Okay? So whatever happened between 7 and 9:30 to 9:45 is where I need you to be significantly more honest. Now, if there's an explanation, I want to hear it.
I have told you everything.
But you've left out something, David, because this woman has significant injuries. Okay, this is not from a fall. So I need you to explain to me and to Detective McClellan what happened this morning before you left to take the dogs.
It was exactly as I stated. It wasn't, I haven't left one.
Did you argue?
No, absolutely not.
Did you fight?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Did you harm Shanti in any way?
Absolutely not.
Did you choke her?
Absolutely not.
Did you strangle her?
Without question, no.
Did you beat her?
No.
Did you hit her with anything?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Do you have injuries
I do not.
anywhere? Did they photograph you, I assume?
They did.
Okay. Do you know if they photographed your chest or with or without clothes? Or both?
They photographed with clothes.
Do you have any injuries that, in my mind as an investigator, I would consider someone fighting for their life?
No.
Someone trying to harm you to save their own life?
Absolutely not.
Would you mind showing me your chest and back?
Sure.
I don't need to see anything else, just your
Sure.
chest, back, and arms.
Sure.
That's plenty. Don't go any
Sorry,
further.
I'm sorry.
Don't go any further. I don't know if you have pants on or not. Okay. You just pull it back for me.
Okay.
And you can take them all the way off your shoulders. Were you scratched in this process? Were you scratched at all?
No, not today.
Not today. Has she scratched you in the past?
She has never scratched me.
She's never scratched you. What do you mean not today?
In the process, I mean
The
today,
process of anything that happened between the two of you, were you scratched?
absolutely not.
Okay. She hasn't scratched you in the past. That's what you're saying. She's
Correct.
never scratched you. I don't know what
Correct.
you meant by that. Okay. So I'm just gonna walk around you.
Sure.
Okay. Let me see that. Can you lean forward for me?
Sure.
What am I seeing on your source?
So I have some type of food allergy. We're not exactly sure what
It's a food allergy. Wow.
it
Okay.
is, but I do have allergic reactions. They're kind of
Are these
ulcerative
these are
rupture.
bites? Not. I mean, from like an insect or an animal or.
So the large one is just an ulcer. It's like a rupture. It has a
Here? Okay.
that one.
Uh-huh.
And it's been there for a couple of weeks.
Okay. And what's that from?
That is from some type of detoxification or allergic reaction. We're not entirely sure.
Okay.
It was swollen beyond that, and it's just been slowly draining.
Okay. Can you just lay your arm like flat? Like
Sure.
straight down. I just
Sure.
want to see back here. And lean forward for me so I can get some light. Thank you. Okay. Did anyone touch you here today?
No,
Grab you?
no,
Here in this area? Did she grab your arm?
no.
Can you scoot your chair over just to the right, just a bit, just like a lift it up?
Sure, sure.
From this one, yeah.
Sure, sure,
There's just too much shadow. And then just drop your arm for me. Thank you. Can you drop your head just a tad? Okay. All right, you can relax in your head. Okay, and then just hold your arms straight out in front of you. Perfect. I know this is probably, someone's already done this, but am I taking a polygraph and proving that to us?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would that be a possibility? Yeah. Okay. All right. Where's your wedding ring?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
It's right here.
And why is it on that hand? I'm curious.
After we both scaled back, we both lost a significant amount of weight, and in the pool, it will slip off of this.
In the pool, it slips off your finger?
I mean, completely off the finger, yeah.
Mm.
It's barely on this one.
Wow.
So
you
either
switched it?
I need to resize, or I need to
Gain weight.
gain a couple pounds back to get to where I was when I originally
I'm just
got it.
curious.
But
I didn't know if that was your wedding ring or not, because it was on
it
the
is.
hand.
It is. It is. And I never take it
It's
off.
just loose. Okay. And what does she wear?
She has the wedding band that we
She has a wedding band on her left hand.
correct.
Does she have any other jewelry on that you remember?
Earrings,
She had earrings. What did they look like?
diamonds, sparkly, small studs.
Small studs. Does she wear a necklace?
Not very often. Not since the surgery. She's been wearing almost nothing other than her ring. We did get. She lost a diamond clip out of her ring. We got it replaced 5-6 weeks ago, something like that.
So today she had on her wedding ring. Is it a diamond and a band? Is it 2 rings or what?
Correct.
Just 2. Okay. So she's got 2 rings on her left hand. She's got her stud diamond earrings in. Any other jewelry?
I don't think so.
Okay. Where is her purse in the home?
It's the white and black striped. It's a large bag. It's on the entertainment center towards the stairs. So it's the first thing you see
Okay.
about knee level, the first shelf.
I'm going to take you. Oh, do you have questions before we break? You mentioned that she separated and divorced James due to an affair, right? Was that affair with you?
No. It was before we, it was well before we met. And it was while they were still together, living in, it's not Alawacha, but it's close to Alawacha County, to Luma.
Did she ever tell you anything more about that affair?
She did. She came completely clean about it. She just felt like she wasn't
She said who it was with?
valued at home.
Chain of events today I find to be unusual as far as, primarily with what you've said and the contradictions in what you've said, as far as the water was trickling to then explaining that the water, it can't trickle. It's either all the way on or it's all the way off. There's no adjustment in the speed of the water coming out of the faucet. That was a direct contradiction that you made in your statement. The different versions of how she was in the tub. There's been 3 or 4 different accounts of how she was found, to how she was moved from the tub through the bathroom into the living room or the primary living area. There's been several different versions of that from what I take from listening to you earlier.
I've added more detail, but I don't think that anything, and I'm not trying to, obviously not in a position to argue, but I thought every time you described what I saw, it was the same.
And then the primary thing is the fact that the injuries that this woman, sustained, that I saw on her, absolutely 100%, in my opinion, not possible from a slip and a fall in a bathtub.
You got to explain that, David.
You've said a lot. Can I have a chance to?
Yeah, absolutely. This is not a one-way conversation.
Okay. So let's just start.
Starting with the injuries, because that's our biggest concern. Is how do you explain this woman's head being swollen, her eyes being black and swollen, lacerations on her face where the blood has dried this way, yet she's in a tub supposedly full with water, clumps of hair missing from the back of her head.
Missing?
You're going to get one shot at telling the truth. And you're really, really making this difficult on us. And it's not going to go well for you. You're going to get one shot to tell the truth. And it's right now. Okay? It's right now. You've got to tell us what happened between the two of you. This is not looking good for you. Her injuries are way too severe.
I don't have any explanation for the severity of her injuries. I don't have any explanation, and that is also the part of this that frightens me the most. I don't have an explanation for it. I can dig. There's nothing I can do to explain that without making something up, which is not the right thing to do.
For you to see the significance of her injuries up close and personal like you did and come up with this cockamamie theory that she fell and hit her head is just baffling to me that you thought we would believe that.
It's
just
I don't
baffling.
know. I don't know what happened.
That you had a significant amount of time to come up with something, but to think that we would buy that she slipped and fell in the tub and hit her head, and you saw how significant those injuries were. You saw it up close and personal. You saw the swelling on her face. You described how the severity of her eye, the cuts to her face. To think that we would think that she slipped and hit her head and had a significant eye injury like she does. Both eyes.
Both eyes?
Both eyes. Do you know how those injuries occur to the eyes like that?
No.
You strangled her. And that's what the medical examiner is going to tell us. Because I've already spoken to the investigator. Crime scene folks, investigators were already there. I just got the phone with the medical examiner investigator.
David, detective, something you should know. There's nobody better at domestic violence than this detective right here. She knows what she's talking about. She's seen enough of it in her 20 years that you need to say what happened today. What did she do that made you so mad? Nothing. You just strangled her for no reason?
You're not a cold-blooded killer, David. That didn't happen. You're not a cold-blooded killer. You're not a cold-blooded killer.
She didn't do anything.
You guys are practically newlyweds. Okay? Something pissed you off. Something she said, something she did. Maybe you guys were breaking up, but you haven't been married long enough to sleep in separate beds. Something's going on between the two of you.
We're not sleeping in separate beds.
You're sleeping in separate parts of the house. You're sleeping in different buildings.
Yeah. You're not even on there's a giant couch.
I'm sleeping downstairs. And I have slept there.
But that's not what you've said. But you've said that you sleep downstairs. You go down there when the TV is off. You let her spend more time with her son.
She goes to, they're asleep. What I said is when they go to sleep.
Do either one of you have life insurance?
We both do.
You both do? Who's it through?
We purchased them through Patrick McCarty, who represents.
You spell McCarty?
Yeah, MCARTY.
And he works for who?
AXA Investments.
Is he local?
He is local, and
is his number in your phone?
Yes.
Who did you get?
I got November.
Of what year?
Last year.
2017?
Mm-hmm.
And when did you all get married?
In February 2017.
2017. When you say I got mine, you mean on yourself?
Yeah.
How much?
$1 million.
$1 million? And when did Shanti get hers?
She's had hers for quite a while. I don't know when she got it.
Before
she had it before. I'm not going. She had it January 1st now.
And what is her policy with?
Same.
Which is? How much?
I think hers is $250.
I thought you said same. I missed it.
I thought you said who is it through, and I meant it's through the same person.
Through Patrick McCarty?
Correct.
Did she have you call him because she already had a policy with him?
He's her advisor, and so as long as we've been together, he's been trying to get more business from me.
So you have $1 million on yourself?
Correct.
And how much was her policy worth?
I think it was worth $250,000.
$250,000. And she's had hers since she was married to her ex?
They got theirs together. She kept hers on Jim.
She what?
She has a policy on Jim.
On Jim?
So she owns that policy. So
How much is that worth?
I don't know.
Who's the beneficiary on her policy?
I,
You are? Not her son?
well,
Since she had the policy while she was married to Jim, when did she change the beneficiary to you?
sometime after we got married.
You know when?
I could trace it back, but we went down there together. We went down to his office together to change it.
After you were married?
I believe so.
So sometime between...
Because her name, I believe she had changed her name at that point. So I think it was sometime between when we got married in February, and I think some of her name change stuff came through maybe 6 weeks or 8 weeks after that. Driver's license and that kind of thing.
So when did you go down and meet with Patrick in order to change the beneficiary, the two of you?
I don't know exactly. I'm saying it was, if I had to guess, I would say it was around 2 months after. So it would be April.
Of last year?
Mm-hmm.
So it was several months before you got a policy through him.
Correct.
6 or 7 months before you got the policy for $1 million. Who's the beneficiary on yours?
She is.
Any other policies? Or just those two?
Just those.
Through any other companies?
This BS about 3 o'clock in tubs, and it's crap. It's crap. You know it's crap. It's a crappy story. Yeah, you don't know what happened when you were gone. I get it. But you know what happened when you were there, and that's what counts. Don't make it worse on yourself. You have to carry on. You still have your whole life to live. You still have your whole life. Where do you want it to go? How do you want it to proceed? You can't change the facts from today. You can't. The only thing you can do is improve on them, and that's by telling the truth. I know it seems like crazy, like holy. If I tell them what happened today, it's not going to be great. Who wants to admit that something happened and somebody died? Nobody wants to do that. I get it. But maintaining this crappy story is going to make it look like you don't give a crap about your dead wife. Think about where you want to be in the future. You still have a future. Now's your opportunity to make it the best it can be.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Do you mean this to the future?
You still have a future. You still have a life to live. You're still breathing. You're a young man. You still have the rest of your life to live. I can't tell you what's going to happen to you. I don't know, because you're not telling the truth. I can tell you that she's a lead detective in this. And if you maintain this BS, she has one choice to go with.
The narrative I choose to write, based on the facts that we know.
Right.
Whether it's true or not.
But it's what we have.
You don't want me to surmise what happened, do you? Just based on evidence, testimony? You want me to tell your truth, or do you want to tell your truth? Because if I tell your truth, It's probably going to be first degree, premeditated, and I'll make you probably look like I am. I don't think that's fair, but you're not leaving me a lot of choice. Okay?
And then what happens?
You face the music.
Which is?
You face the music. You face a jury of your peers. You gotta understand, we're in control of the narrative here. You and I, Detective McClellan, are in control of the narrative here. We're gonna know the truth when we hear it. David, we've been doing this a really long time. Okay? We're gonna know the truth when we hear it. It's gonna match what we already know. Because there's no more arguments over the house. You have complete creative control. You get the TV show. You get the $250,000. You get it all.
I don't get anything.
And you get to sleep where you want to sleep. You don't have to sleep in the garage with the
Are you
dogs.
kidding? I don't get anything.
You don't have to deal with her son.
How do you not?
The house is in a trust in your name. You never even filled out the notary paperwork to get her name on it. It's in your name. You understand, you get everything. You don't have to put up with her. You don't have to listen to it anymore. You don't have to sleep in the garage with the dogs anymore.
On a couch.
On a couch. You don't have to deal with it. She's finally out of your life. Just like you wanted.
Get your Lexus back.
Get your car back. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to listen to her telling you how she's working her ass off and you're not doing it.
You can clean the pool when you want. Not mow the grass.
For 3 years she's been about it. You know what Jackson said? If Dave would just listen to me, that's what his mom says. If Dave would just listen to me, this would get done. He even mimics her when she says your name. And he does it perfectly, just like Shanti did it. If he just listened to me. But you don't listen. Apparently. She rules the roost. She's a pain in the ass. She wants it done her way.
She wants flat ceilings and flat floors.
Okay? She probably set the bill back by God knows how many months. Because she didn't listen to you.
Yeah. About having to live in one room for 18 months.
She about it. Her son told us she about it. His father told us she about it. And she blames you. She has blamed you the entire time. And after 2 or 3 years of hearing her, or 2 years or a year and a half, however long you've been in that house, of hearing her complain every effing day about that house, and blaming you, belittling you, forcing you to sleep with the dogs in the garage.
Talk about being in the doghouse.
Treating you like the hired help. Take out the trash, clean the pool. She treats you like a landscaper, like the pool boy. She doesn't treat you equal. Probably because she's bringing in the money.
Or is it something else?
And when we're done talking to her friends and going through her phone and talking to her family, and they tell us all about your relationship.
And video.
And we prove your story is full of holes. And we prove when she died. And we prove where you were. Because honestly, after today, you've had ample opportunity, David, ample opportunity to tell us the truth. Okay? No one's going to accuse us of not giving you ample opportunity to tell the truth. Because you've had it. You've had a lot of it. So we're just going to prove you're full of and solve this case. And I'm glad you think that's funny. I'm glad you think that's funny. Glad you think that's funny.
Okay.
Okay. Because every time you smirk and smile,
Not smirking and smiling.
okay, that's going to be seen as well.
And what do you think? What happened? He's motherless. Motherless. He's 8.
Before we end this case, I want you to hear this clearly. Evil doesn't always look evil. It can look educated, it can look calm, it can look cooperative. The most dangerous people are not always the loudest in the room. Sometimes they're the ones who speak gently, who deny confidently, who look you in the eye and lie without blinking. If someone in your life constantly twists the truth, plays the victim, isolates you, controls the money, or makes you feel like you're losing your sanity, that is not love. That is manipulation. Pay attention to behavior, not promises. Pay attention to patterns, not apologies. Pay attention to how someone handles anger, rejection, and losing control. Violence often begins long before the crime scene. It begins in private, in arguments, in humiliation, in power struggles. And sometimes, by the time the truth surfaces, it's too late. If you are in a relationship that makes you feel small, afraid, or controlled, speak up. Document it. Tell someone you trust. Your life matters more than someone else's pride. Justice may take time. Truth may be buried under lies. But bodies don't lie. Evidence doesn't lie. And eventually, neither does reality. Stay alert. Stay aware. And never ignore the red flags. Just because someone sounds convincing